Box office showdown. Eddie Murphy and Denzel square off. Confessions. Queen Latifah opens up about her troubled childhood. And call him the assassin. Jay-Z wages war against auto-tune. All that and more in this week's HipHollywood Weekly Wrap. Hey, it's Vanessa and welcome to the Weekly Wrap. This week we start our show with news involving Queen Latifah. Now, in a recent interview, the Hollywood star revealed some startling information about her childhood. In the July issue of Essence magazine, Latifah talks openly about how being sexually abused by her babysitter has affected her ability to form intimate relationships as an adult. The actress/singer says, quote, "He violated me. I never told anybody. I just buried it as deeply as I could and kept people at an arm's length. I never really let a person get too close to me. I could have been married years ago, but I had a commitment issue." It is a courageous admission, but not the only one she reveals in her interview. She also addresses all those rumors surrounding her sexuality. For more, check out the July edition of Essence magazine on stands now. On to more revelations. This one not nearly as serious, but it did cause a stir. Now, Jay-Z just debuted one of the tracks for his upcoming album, The Blueprint 3, and this one definitely has a message. In the track, Jay-Z challenges the auto-tune faithful to abandon the popular trend and return to basic recording.
This is anti-auto-tune, death for the ringtone. This ain't for iTunes, this ain't for sing-alongs. This is Sinatra at the opera, bring a blonde, preferably with a fat ass who can sing a song. Wrong, this ain't politically correct. This might offend my political connects. My raps don't have melodies. This should make jackets want to go and commit felonies.
Later, the rapper dialed into the Funkmaster Flex show and said, quote, "The guys who did it great. T-Pain, he does great melodies. If you listen to Kanye, great melodies. Everybody can't do it. Let them guys do it. They got their little niche. Let's move on." Well, as you can imagine, that definitely raised some eyebrows in the music industry and Hollywood. We asked View host Sherri Shepherd for her thoughts on it, and of course, comedy ensued.
I miss real singing, I do. And when you got that auto-tune, you can be real, kind of not
See,
really.
people like us who can't sing, we love auto-tune. Karaoke, auto-tune, whatever's gonna mask that voice.
Okay, I'm gonna be real about it. He really need to keep auto-tunes if he want his wife to keep working.
Oh! Okay.
I do not agree.
We all would like to work with Beyonce. The views that just were expressed by that black girl
We
are
do
not
not.
ours.
We do not agree.
Not ours.
Beyonce is a musical genius.
Let's go back to Hercules. Hercules.
We heard you.
y'all.
Now, we thought Sherri didn't want anything to do with her girl's, let's say, interesting statement. But then we checked out her tweet with a link to the video. Whoa, I cannot wait until Beyonce is back on The View. Let's move on to the big screen, where this weekend is shaping up to be a battle of the titans at the box office. Eddie Murphy and Denzel Washington face off. Denzel plays an ordinary man thrust into an extraordinary situation in The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. The Oscar winner sat down to talk about his role in the movie, as well as working with the film's bad guy, John Travolta.
He's an ordinary, overweight guy who spills coffee on himself, who doesn't know anything about guns or anything about saving lives. He's an ordinary guy that's put in an extraordinary situation by John Travolta's character.
Now, why is John Travolta such a bad man? He plays a really, really devious character.
He's a good bad man, isn't he? And he's such a good man. So it's just a testament to his acting ability.
Meanwhile, Eddie Murphy plays a father whose career as a financial executive is heading towards disaster. That's until he's invited into his daughter's imaginary world, and imagine that.
Can I please see the bill? $400,000? You must be out your mind, woman!
Now, to Imagine That premiere, we asked Murphy if there's any shot that we'd see him return to those classic stand-up days.
I don't know if you'll ever see that guy again. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't do stand-up again, but I don't think I'd be in a leather suit.
Good news for Mike Tyson. Less than a month after the tragic death of his daughter, the champ has tied the knot. Tyson has reportedly married girlfriend Lakia Spicer. The two were married at La Bella Wedding Chapel at the Las Vegas Hilton over the weekend. HipHollywood.com has obtained a copy of the wedding license. Now, this is the third marriage for Tyson, so congratulations, champ. Also, congratulations are in order for Whitney Houston. This time, it looks like the comeback is for real. Whitney Houston revealed the release date for her highly anticipated comeback album. It's September 1st. Whitney, I will be first in line for that album. Breaking news, R&B star Usher and his wife are reportedly planning to divorce after almost 2 years of marriage. The hitmaker and his wife, Tamika Foster, have been living apart for the past year, according to In Touch magazine. Divorce papers were filed in Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday morning. Stay tuned to HipHollywood.com for the very latest. Well, that's a wrap here for us. I'm Vanessa. See you later.